Don't you just hate it when your plastic filament runs out mid-print?
Meanwhile, on the other parts of Earth,
and filament has gotten really expensive lately because of the boom in 3D printing. But the question arises, if there's excess plastic everywhere, why don't we just recycle the plastic to make our filament? Well, to put it simply, there's no machine available as of now that converts plastic bottles and such into filament. Now wouldn't that be nice if someone made a really cheap machine that converted plastic bottles into 3D printed filament for really cheap? Hey guys, guess what I did this summer? Now of course, I didn't just randomly start building this one day. First I went to Fusion 360 where I created a 3D model of my design, which allowed me better understanding and the 3D printing files which I would be using on a regular basis. Now it's getting kinda boring, let's move on to the building part. Now came the hard part, making the circuit. Now making a circuit is no easy feat. I had to do a lot of research about people who had made similar projects and take inspiration from their circuits. And it's not as simple as just copying their circuit, because that could be using different types of resistance, different values, microcontrollers, different heating elements, thermistors, etc. So basically I had to design my own circuit with inspiration from their designs. So at the end of it all, I came up with this rudimentary circuit which I made on a perf board because I didn't have any PCBs available. This uses two Arduino Nanos, one for the stepper motor as it needs constant pulsing, and the other one for the rest of the circuit. It also uses screw terminals because in case a part breaks I can replace it easily, and it has two DC to DC buck converters which power the entire thing from a 24 volt power supply, and that's pretty much it. FilaMaker works by inserting the bottle into this bottle cutting part, where it is then cut into a thin strip and passed on to the heating element. The heating element then warms this thin strip up just enough so that it can be converted into cylindrical shaped filament. This is then wrapped around the spool and pulled out. In this, we do not melt the plastic, which produces extremely harmful chemicals. Instead, we just warm the plastic enough and reshape it into the desired shape. Now of course, the filament isn't useful if you can't print anything with it. Now the first few times it didn't work out really well because I was tinkering with the bed heating level and the filament heating level and also the print speed, but after I had it set down it worked pretty good. And for demonstrations I've printed the small little F. The F stands for filmmaker, of course, and it came out pretty good. The surface is finished pretty fine and it's also translucent, which is really cool to see. I wasn't joking when I said this thing's 10 times stronger than PLA though. Like, here's a video of me trying to break this filament. This made my hands red. Now if I tried that on PLA, on the other hand, it would break immediately. Now this may not be the best filament out there, but at the end of the day, I don't think the point is to compare this filament with market filaments like PLA or PETG, but rather to give the user an option of eco-friendly filament that's really cheap to use. For example, if I have a large part with tons of different moving pieces, I'd rather cut out the moving pieces and print them beforehand just to see if anything's wrong with them. But after the part's made, these moving pieces that I just printed have no value whatsoever. So what if these moving pieces were made of eco-friendly filament that's actually really cheap for you? And the quality of this filament isn't even really that bad when you see it. It's actually exactly like PLA with a little bit more stringing, because PET by nature is stronger than PLA. That's why PETG is stronger than PET or PLA. That's why it's also expensive. Now this filament combines aspects of both PLA and PETG, except it's really cheap and environment friendly. After hearing about Filmmaker, my teachers registered my project for a science competition called Big Bang 2025, which was held by the Great Indian Rotary Club in Coimbatore in the month of February. There I pitched my project to the judges and my team secured top 20 in 750 teams of India, and I was even given an award of 2000 rupees, which covers the overall cost of the project. So that's fun.
The project Filmmaker from Karnataka, Delhi Public School, Bangalore North.
On that note, I end this video. If you want to know more about Filmmaker, put it down in the comments. I'll be happy to explain. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching.